What is up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a few days since I've uploaded a video, but I just wanted to take the time right now to say, before we even get started with this video, that I'm sorry that I didn't upload on Tuesday or Monday because we were on vacation. We just got back today around like 5 o'clock, so it's been kind of busy. But yeah, so we're gonna continue our devotional series. We'll have one uploaded today and one uploaded tomorrow. And I'm also thinking about doing a get ready with me for graduation tomorrow as well. And I'll probably upload that on like Monday, maybe. I'm not really sure. Not gonna promise anything. But yeah, I'm thinking about doing that. And I'm also thinking about doing a Carrie Underwood like doing a cover of Jesus Take the Wheel by Carrie Underwood, or some other songs, like Spinning Bottles is really good. She just has a lot of really good songs, and I think that it would be fun to cover those. So yeah, I'm a big Carrie Underwood fan if you didn't know that. But yeah, okay, so that's all the announcements I have for today, but I just wanted to tell you guys that, and please feel free to comment down below what you guys think of those ideas, and also your Shawn Mendes song suggestions, because we are going to start doing those soon, within the next like few weeks or so. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into this video. Let me pull up the devotional real quick. I know I'm kind of being slow today, but I had like an 8-hour drive today. So it's just been a lot, and I'm tired. But we're going to do this anyways, because we are dedicated to doing this. And I just think that it's important to share that. Okay, now I've been talking for like 2 minutes. I need to get started. Alright, so today's devotional is called The Gift of Protection. And the verses we're going to read, which, if you haven't been watching these videos, we read the verses at the end of the devotional. And I'm sorry if I'm talking like really fast. I don't know. It's just a habit I have. So yeah, let's read what the verses are. We're not going to read them, but we're just going to read what they say we're going to read. And then we're going to start in on our devotional. Alright, so the first one is Psalms 91:11. The second one is 1 Kings 19:5. And the third one is Daniel 6:20 through 23. Alright, so let's get started with our devotional. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and please let me know what you think. Alright, let's get started. With divine favor comes divine protection. God promises you security. We have state-of-the-art, round-the-clock security and don't have to pay for it. We don't even need to have worldly status to obtain it. Okay, so let's talk about this. There's a part in the Bible, I'm not sure what verse it is, but it says, like, if God protects the birds and, like, takes care of them and gets them food, the animals, not just the birds, and takes care of them and, like, provides for them and does all these things for them, like, don't you think He would do more, the same, or if not more for you? Because you are His masterpiece and His chosen people, and He's going to protect you and have a hedge of protection around you through everything that you do, if you're living for Him. Alright, so let's keep going. There are unseen battles that God has conquered on our behalf, and we don't even think about it. He has delivered us from the snare of the enemy. He is protecting us, and to demonstrate how special we are to Him, He has commanded angels to keep watch. We have angels concerned about us and guarding us wherever we go. Okay, so let's just talk about that for a second. Have you ever, like, had something bad happen to you, and then you were like, but in that moment, you're, like, really, really mad, and you're like, why are you doing this to me, God? Like, I don't understand. I don't want this. But then at the end of that storm, you're like, you look back and you see all the times that God was there and that He protected you, and He showed you mercy, and He just comforted you and gave you love during those times that you don't really think about when you're in that moment. But like after it's over, like, you think about it and you just reflect back on those things, and you're like, wow, like, God was really there for me, and I don't know why I was being so angry or anxious or anything like that, you know? And I could give you guys an example right now. Whenever I was in 8th grade, I started getting like anxiety and stuff like that, and it was like really bad. I know if you watch my testimony video, you already know a little bit about that, but I didn't really sleep a lot, like at all. I would go days without sleeping, and God really helped me to keep my grades up and to pass all my classes and to do that. Like, I feel like without God, I would not have been able to do that because I was so mentally and physically exhausted that I felt like I couldn't. But I would stress out about these tests and worry and worry and worry. And then I would get the test back and I would have like an 81 or a 90 or something like that. And I'd be like, wow, God, like, thank you. So, yeah, that's just my little story. And, yeah, we need to continue so this video is not like 30 minutes long. Let's keep going. Okay. It says, when Elijah escaped to the wilderness, praying for death to come, God sent an angel to encourage him to eat. When you too feel you can't go on, God will provide you the strength you need to live. See, right there is an example of what I was talking about. Like, God provides for you whenever you're at your lowest point. God is going to give you that strength you need. He's going to give you that peace that you need in the middle of that storm. He's going to give you the someone commented on my Facebook post. But he's going to give you the protection and the love and the comfort and all of the things that you need to get through that moment. And like, it's just crazy to think about because when we're in that storm, a lot of times we don't turn to God first. We don't run to Him and pray and seek Him and just rest on His promises. And I know that is something that I'm working on, and you guys are probably working on that too, but that is, it's hard to do that sometimes, but it's really important to do that. So yeah, let's just continue. And I know you guys have probably noticed by now that I've been saying so yeah so much, but I'm sorry. It's just a habit now. I'm going to try to break it. I know it takes like 21 days or 27 days, something like that, to break a habit. So let's see by that point see if it's over by that point. Alright, so it says, when Daniel was wrongfully thrown into jail, God sent his angels to shut the mouths of the lions, leaving Daniel unscathed. When you two were wrongfully accused, pray that God clamps the mouth shut of everything out to destroy you. Alright, so let's talk about that part for just a moment, and then we will move on to the next section. I know, I'm sorry if my breath sounds a little weird. My throat is a little bit sore. I have allergies, so that's making it kind of scratchy a little bit. I promise I do not have corona. But let's talk about this part real quick before I forget what I was going to say. Okay, so it says, when you are wrongfully accused, pray that God clamps the mouth shut of everything out to destroy you. Okay, so, let me think about what I was going to say. Everything out to destroy you, and it's going to destroy you. Okay, so whenever something bad happens to you or somebody wrongs you, usually like our fleshly response, I don't even know if that's a word, but I'm going to make it a word, is to lash out on those people and to be rude and hateful and all of these things. But God is like, says to show mercy and kindness and compassion even when someone has wronged you and hurt you. And I'm not saying if like someone has abused you to go back to them or anything like that, but I'm saying like somebody's done something wrong to you and they really hurt you. God wants you to forgive them. He wants you to change the way that you react when someone hurts you, or to change the way that you react when something makes you mad or angry. Like, just think about that as you go through this week and next week. Think about the way that you're reacting to situations, and think about and try to stop yourself if you think you're going in the wrong direction, or you think you're reacting in a way that God would not want you to react. Alright, so that's all I have to say for that part. Now we're going to move on to the next little section, and then we will try to get this done quickly so that you guys can not be bored out of your mind watching this video. Hopefully it's not like that. But let's just keep going. So, yeah. We can expect all of this because when we fear God, we are raised up with Christ and seated in the heavenly places. The Secret Service can't compare. God and His angels are the real masters of security. He already has taken note of your enemies' weaknesses and strengths and has equipped His highly trained angels' armies angel armies to fight on your behalf. They don't need scenarios to learn what they must do. The invincible God always protects and always preserves. Alright, so let's just talk about that for a second, and then we'll move on to reading the questions and our verses, and then we'll be done. Alright, so, like, if you think about it, isn't it so cool that, like, everything that we have in life and all the things that happen and all of the stuff that we do, and we don't really have control of that stuff. Like, God is controlling, not like mind washing you or anything, brainwashing you or anything like that, but He's like protecting you and guiding you and leading you, and it's just so cool to think about. Like, He has your back no matter what, and He's gonna be there, and He's gonna show up, and He's going to, He has angels protecting you, and just, it's so cool to think about. So I'm going to move on before I spend like 5 minutes talking about that, but I just wanted to point that little part out. Alright, so the questions say, what events in your life have caused you to doubt God's protection? Ask God to show you how His love and care towards you is evident through those hard times. So what I'm going to do is say that you guys can comment down below your answer to that question, and what are some things, like, you don't have to share really personal things. You don't have to share anything if you don't want to, but, like, if you feel like you should, then comment down below some events that have caused you to doubt God's protection or to doubt God at all. And we can start a comment thread talking about that. I don't know if my comments are disabled, but if you want to, you can email me at jadenpelt01@gmail.com or jadenpelt on Instagram. And alright, so let's move on to the verses now. So Psalms 91:11. This one's really short. For He will order His angels to protect you wherever you go. Alright, so I'm not really going to talk about that one because we already talked about that in the devotional, but I just wanted to read it for you guys. And then he lay down and slept under the broom tree. Oh, this is 1 Kings 19, verse 5. It says, Then he lay down and slept under the broom tree, but as he was sleeping, an angel touched him and told him, Get up and eat. Okay, so the last one is Daniel 6, verse 20 through 23. Not 22. Sorry. Okay, when he got out there, he called out in anguish. I cannot read. I can, but my language is just right now. Daniel, servant of the living God, was your God whom you served so faithfully able to rescue you from the lion's den? Daniel answered, Long live the king. My God sent his angel to shut the lions' mouths so that they would not hurt me. For I have been found innocent in his sight, and I have not wronged you, your majesty. The king was overjoyed and ordered Daniel be lifted from the den. Not a scratch was found on him, for he had trusted in his God. Alright. Let's just talk about that part. I know I'm taking forever, but I just have a lot of parts that are really interesting to me and that I feel should be talked about. Alright, so I just love how Daniel, even though he was thrown into the lion's den with these crazy animals. I mean, could you imagine that? Like being near one within like a 10 feet distance would be terrifying. Could you imagine how crazy that would be? But he had so much faith in God that he just trusted God to help him and to protect him. And that is exactly what he did. He protected him. He closed the lion's mouth. He was actually able to pet the lions and be fine. And, like, nothing happened. And it's just so cool. There's, like, so many stories in the Bible like that. Like the Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. That they were thrown into this fiery furnace that was really, really, really hot. And that should have, like, vaporized them. And, like, within, like, seconds. But whenever they came out, they didn't even have any burn marks at all. Like, at all. Not a single hair was burnt. Nothing at all. Like, and Jesus was in there with them. And it's just so cool to see those stories and all these things that God does. And it just shows you how powerful and how awesome He is. So, yeah, that is all that I have for you guys for today. Thank you guys for watching this series and just taking the time out of your day to sit down and listen to what I have to say. Tomorrow is the last day, and yeah, so maybe within the next 2 weeks, I'm gonna put up like a poll on my Instagram of 2 different devotionals for people to choose from, and then we're going to do that one if that's what you guys want. And if you have any suggestions of videos that you would like to do, or devotionals that you would like me to try out, or just any kind of video or anything, song suggestions, whatever you want, feel free to comment that down below and let me know. I hope you guys have a great night and that you stay safe. I know that coronavirus is annoying, but hopefully with the way things are going now, it will start to go away. So yeah, see, there I said it again. But anyways, I will see you guys tomorrow with day 7. And yeah, peace out.